let's be very clear. I have to give it up to American Horror Story this year because it's killing it. It is killing it. And so this is season 7. This is Cult, American Horror Story, episode 3, Neighbors from Hell. Now, I don't know. It feels like we're going to go and circulate through the whole neighborhood because people are dropping like flies in this neighborhood. And I think it's going to be pointed backward to Allie, even though we know she's not at fault for this. You'll know what I'm talking about once I'm done. Now, it starts off with this couple. The wife, she had this phobia of enclosed spaces because when she was younger, her father would go and trap her in this, essentially, in this, like, cabinet, if you will. And since then, she's had problems even with intimacy with, I think, her husband. And what happened was she went and was able to finally confront her father, who was dead, bury him. So now she's able to go in the cemetery. She's able to do all of that. It's great because in this dream, she would fantasize about sleeping with her husband, and then it would turn to a nightmare because she would end up in the coffin. But then she finally had the breakthrough and sleep with her husband. I said, okay, that's cute or whatever. They get home, they celebrate. Mind you, they have the same doctor that Allie has. So I said, okay, this guy, we're going to get into that. What happens is they get home, the husband's going to surprise her with something. The clowns are there, and there's coffins. So they put them in the coffins, and they nail them shut. And I looked at this like, oh, okay, so now we know for sure that Mr. Fixa, as in Allie's doctor, he's one of the people in the cult. I feel like the majority of the people that we're seeing are in the cult, and we just don't know it yet. It's starting to look a little, I don't know. And now it's looking like one of the main characters, or it's also going to be a part of it, truly a part of it. We come back and realize, oh my God, because we know that Pedro was shot by Allie. Pedro died. So the police, when they're there, you would think that they would go and really give her a million questions, but they said, no, one, we have to stand to your ground law. And two, this guy was being investigated. So don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm looking at this officer like, this is trash. What are you talking about? What do you mean she didn't do anything wrong? This woman, because of her delusions, went and got a gun. No one knew that she had the gun. Then when she killed the person because she thought that, oh, why is this person here? What? This is the... I'm so glad that they brought the whole stand your ground law and how clearly that whole concept and how it helps and defends certain people who are on that BS. I love the black news reporter, though. She's my favorite. She's just going in saying, well, guess what? The owner of this restaurant, Allie, yeah, she's being accused of murder. A mess. And you see all of these protesters there, and they're protesting. Allie can't go in there. So Ivy says, I'm going to sneak in through the back because we still need to make money. We still need to make bread. So when Allie's about to drive away and she's crying, we see Kai. Kai says, don't worry about it. I'm going to help you. You were really brave. You didn't do anything wrong. Just remember that. I looked at this like, oh my God, Kai's a cult leader. Or he's like the cult apprentice. And I feel like everyone's in this cult now. I'm convinced almost everyone's in this cult. Like, what's going on? So she gets home, and she's still jittery. She goes to the door. Mind you, she checked to see who it was. And I would have said, no, I'm sorry, you can't come to the door. No. No, thank you. Bye. But she opens the door, and it was the funniest scene of the show. Period. I know the show isn't supposed to be funny, but I was cackling. So her next door neighbors, you know, the one who can't be exposed to the sun for that long, and the gay guy, they're supposed to be a married couple, and he's pissed. He said, so, yeah, we understand that you have to stand your ground law, because they have sombreros on, and they're just doing the most. I said, excuse me, you went and you used my gun. I thought that you were a progressive. I thought that you were liberal, but no. I see that I was wrong. How'd you go and kill that beautiful brown man? And she was like, oh, you racist, you bigot. And she said, excuse me, how dare you say that about me? We don't want someone like you on our block. I was here. Oh, yeah, I'm jumping ahead. But They were saying, so you killed him because he was brown. He was a foreigner on your land, and you shot him, blah, blah, with my gun. I want my gun back. I didn't give you my gun just so that you could murder minorities. This isn't funny, but it's just how it all came out was hilarious. Then he went and said, see, this is what you want, and threw Taco Bell coupons at her. We don't want racists in our neighborhood. In your neighborhood, I was here before you. Get off of my lawn. No, the Native Americans were here first. Oh my God. Oh my God. I loved it. Because the guy was also saying how he did 23andMe and the DNA results showed that he was 10% Mexican. I can't. So she was like, oh, so you're going to shoot me next because I'm 10% Mexican? Oh my God. I love him so much. You have no idea. The protests continue. And now we see things aren't getting better because there's more people in the neighborhood that got killed. Allie and Ivy are reading that and realize what's going on. Allie sees outside that there's this weird van that looks like they're trying to spray some chemicals. So Ivy tells her, don't worry about it for right now. When they wake up the next day and Ivy sees Allie outside, there's dead birds littering their lawn. I thought, okay, clearly those are protesters, but why would they kill the birds in order to... But, so then they went and called. Allie's convinced it's all a part of this whole mantra of, dang it, these ladies did this, so now we're going to go and wreak vengeance on them, or is the government trying to kill them, trying to, you know, decrease the population and all of that. Ivy, in her stupidity, in her naivete, brings back Winter. Winter apologizes and says, oh, I'm so sorry. I got scared because, and you know, maybe if I stayed here, that wouldn't have happened. Said, no, it probably would have happened anyway, honestly, honey, but... So then Winter comes back, and I'm thinking, yo, they're kind of trash. But, because when I'm thinking, this woman has done all this mess, and you bring her back in, and then she says, oh, I thought you guys got my replacement because there was some guy by the door, and so I let him in. And I'm thinking, how does that make any sense? Okay. Okay. Again, her judgment is trash, and you still hire her? The guy's naked. He is relieving himself. Relieving himself can sound like he's peeing or pooping. So he's masturbating. And the reason why he's there is because apparently someone took it out saying that there were two lesbians who wanted to go and give him a blowy. And so then Ivy says, I'm going to kill you myself if you don't get out of here. Because he's like, oh, someone's going to give it. I said, excuse me? They don't have to do anything they don't want. Who are you? So I didn't like that. So once they scared him out of there, they realized, oh my gosh, someone online put this ad out and has our address out there. Our address is out there for sexual predators to come and potentially do stuff to us. Allie's convinces the neighbors. Allie then calls her doctor, and her doctor says, you know what, at the end of the day, you know, it's not your fault what happened, but you need to be careful because having that gun, all that is dangerous. And she said, yeah, I know that. I understand that. Great. What are you doing now? Oh, I'm going to deal with the protesters. I'm just going to speak their language because I'm one of them. I'm one of the minorities of some, because she's gay, so she's a minority who can relate to them. And her doctor's like, first of all, I want you to come and see me possibly tomorrow, one, for that check, and two, because I think you're going to have a mental breakdown soon. You have all these phobias, and they're not getting any better with all the stuff happening. And then she brings it back to, ever since the election, you vote for Jill Stein. Shut up. I'm tired of this. Again, jumping ahead. But, like I said, her doctor told her, those people aren't going to see your way. So then she gets there, and she's like, "Ooh, get out of the way. Wait, no, I'm one of you." And then she's like, "Get out of the way, mother bleep." I'm looking at her. I'm looking at Allie. Why would you say you're not helping the situation? Kai comes, tells them, "That's enough now. You can go." So Kai orchestrated that so that She could see that she may not be in power, but there's someone here to protect her. And she's slowly falling for it. I said, oh, you do have some issues, Lord Jesus. Once Allie and her get home, they realize that, wait a minute, what's this guinea pig? So there's this guinea pig, or a hamster, whatever it was. It was huge. It might as well have been a gerbil. And Oz was playing with it, with Winter, and they looked at Winter like, why would you get him a pet? It wasn't me, it was the neighbors across the street. What? They told Oz, you're gonna have to give it back. Oz is pissed, and he's like, wait a minute, why can't I give you back? I said, ooh, excuse me? She's like, regardless of how you feel is going, we all have a dander issue. I looked at her like, oh, you have a dander issue. So then they're slowly gonna make their way over to the next door neighbors, because Allie's pissed. Well, actually, yeah, but the sequence of events was kind of off, because then we see the next door neighbors. Remember, the guy is gay, so the husband is gay, and it looks like a potential lover of his was there, and his wife had that look of, oh my god. So then, again, this whole cult, the wife goes to Kai. They do the pinky thing. And so then Kai asks him, what are you afraid of? I'm afraid of... What did she say? Oh, she was afraid that Sonia from the Real Housewives of New York had a real alcohol problem or something. And then Kai hits her. I said, well, we're not going to do today because I just don't have the time for this. So they said, get up and really tell me what you're afraid of. Stop playing with me. And then she said that she's afraid that her gay husband, has a newfound love, and that they're talking about her and making fun of her, and that she's going to lose him. I said, oh, you will. You will. You're absolutely right, sweetie. You will lose him. Now, Allie and Ivy, they have this nice little dinner date. Kai's there too, and everything's going well. They even kiss, and it's great, and it's wonderful. And what ends up happening is Allie says, you know what, you can keep the animal. It's fine. I know it's a phobia, and I don't really have an issue. The animal somehow was in the microwave and blew up, and we saw it. I said, Jesus, not today. Take the wheel. So that pissed Allie off because, of course, not only was the animal there, and I'm sure they're animal activists too, but then you have their child, Oz, seeing that. She runs over, knocks on the neighbor's door, barges in there, then punches the guy and says, oh, so now you're trying to go. I understand you don't like me, and that's fine. You're trying to potentially break up my relationship. Okay, but what you're not going to do is come after my son. You're crazy, and you're pathetic. At the end of the day, I'm going to go. You're going to be a dud. You're going to be dead. Trust me, if you ever do that mess ever again, I'm going to get you. He looked at her like, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. Now, things are kind of, they have a problem. And when I say they have a problem, they have a problem, because their house is marked with the killer. So they're trying to blame it on the neighbors, or at least Allie is. Ivy's like, yo, I'm sorry about all this. She a little cool for Cocoa Puffs. And then once that whole thing is over, they see that, wait a minute, their house is marked too. Allie said, no, it's a trick. It's a trick. They're just trying to make us feel like that's the case. But no, I'm done with that. So then Allie sees again that truck that's spraying that gray mist. She goes and, well, there was a second time where she confronted them. They almost ran her over. So now there's a third time. She tries to find the people who are spraying stuff on her lawn now. And she sees that, again, it's the same symbol of, no, it's this mask, but it's essentially the symbol that's been drawn in blood or paint, whatever, on people's houses who are marked by the killers. And so then she freaks out. She bugs out. And I guess the fumes as well probably got to her. So she passed out, and that was the end of that. But it's not over yet, because that was just gearing up, because the gay husband goes and does the pinky thing with Kai and tells Kai, because Kai said, you really want your wife dead. She's a nag. She's annoying. She really want her dead. He said, okay, my worst fear is I have to die in a loveless relationship with my really annoying, irritating, shrieking wife, best friend who's also my wife. And so then Kai said, you want her dead. You want her dead. Just say it. Just say it out loud so that you can feel how it feels. All right, yeah. He wants her dead. And so he's looking, Kai's over it. I mean, not Kai's over it. You know, that's all that Kai needed. Kai just needs a reason to kill someone. He's been going after people left and right. It's been kind of weird, though, some of the people that he's gone after. Why did he go after that couple? Was that just to send a message? What was the point of that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So then Allie and Ivy, they're having an argument because it's just like, what are you doing? You have been manic. I've been doing my best. But this is too much. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. Ivy wants to go and take Kai. But before all that actually happens, Kai's computer was messed up. He didn't want to show them what it was. Because once they finally see it, they realize it's that website that he's been going on, Scared to Death. And it has Winter playing, utilizing her fingers in the tub. Oh, Miss Allie, which we already knew and saw. Allie already forgot about that once the power went out. And so then, once Ivy saw that, she was like, that's it. So you're going to go and cheat on me? You're going to go and cheat on me after I went and pulled up with all your mess? I'm taking my son. Oh, yeah, our son, whatever. My son, because she hit Allie too. I'm taking my son. I don't care what you have going on with you. I'm taking my son. We're going. We're going. It's done. Because I'm tired of you and I'm tired of this mess. The officer was there because aside from, they're technically not under investigation anymore. He was like, is everything cool? No, everything's not cool. Because there's another murder. Or at least looked like a murder. Now the gay guy, the gay husband, he is screaming at the top. He's like, what are you doing? I woke up next to something warm and squishy. No, it was like warm and wet and sticky. And I said, ooh. And it was just like blood. And, you know, my wife wasn't there. And it was like, what are you doing? They're like, calm down, calm down. It's like, no, you need to calm up. You need to calm up. You need to get to my level. What? Who says that? So it looks like they're going to go and arrest him. But he's like, it's her. She threatened us. It's her. It's Allie. Yeah, that beast's crazy. Now, we see that Kai, again, not Kai. We see that Oz, they always leave this child alone and then stuff happens. I'm trying to figure out who says it's a good idea to leave this child alone. Now, there's blood in their house and they've been marked. This is when they get marked. This is at the very end. And now it's like, uh-oh, no one is safe. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. This show was good. I love it. I love it. I love it.